All right, good morning and welcome class of 2020, Carmel High School. This morning is going to be a lot of information for you guys as we sit and talk about your graduation. The fall is upon us and fall break is past, and we are now into the senior graduation presentation today. So everything that you can see up here and display, we're going to leave all of this in the school, and next week we're going to be coming back to answer a lot of questions and more importantly get a lot of you measured for your caps and gowns. As we do this every year, we try to make sure that you have the information. Your parents will also be getting a little bit of information about what it is and all the information that you're going to need specifically. But today, we're going to talk to you guys about everything graduation here at Carmel High School. So Carmel class of 2020. First off, I want to introduce myself. My name's TJ Perry, as I am with Herff Jones Company. We'll be here to serve you guys throughout the year as we'll be following up on about 6 to 8 different occasions. We'll be working with the class and to ensure that with a class this size that we get everybody taken care of. Again, there's going to be some things that you're going to need to fill out and that we're going to need to collect. The first of which is this contact information that you'll be turning in next week when we come back. On that day, you'll be filling out 2 pieces of information. This is one of them, and then there's another thing that we'll also have you turn in as well. The packets that you received in your class this morning, all of this information is going to have your order form on it. It's also going to have the information and pricing that your parents will need, and it's also going to have all the display and information specific to Carmel High School. We are here from literally start to end, and today is really the first time you'll have gotten all of this information. Next week will be when everybody needs to have everything turned in, and then literally up until graduation day when we're down at the Coliseum, we'll be there on that day to ensure that everything goes smoothly as everybody has everything that they ultimately need. 4 things specifically we will discuss today. Number 1 will be your caps and gowns. Number 2, as you can see, your graduation announcement, as that's a formal announcement that we do each and every year here at Carmel. Third thing will be a little bit about your ring, and then the last thing will be your diploma itself. And specifically, there's going to be some information as you're turning this in that we're going to need, and it is going to need to be specific, which we'll talk about next. The diploma itself, you can see as you guys get your caps and gowns, you're also going to be filling out some information and some information with diploma. So everything that we print is going to be personalized for each senior here at Carmel High School, and we're going to need to know exactly how you print your name. So in my instance, I go by TJ Perry, but everything formally at my high school and college, I've got Timothy James Perry printed on it. So gentlemen, we're going to ask if you've got 2 middle names, you're going to want to make sure you include it. If your last name's Junior, the 3rd or the 4th, you're going to want to include it. And then lastly, again, it's going to be very specific. So if your last name's McCormick, when you fill this information out, if it's a big M, little c, big C, we're going to need it exactly the way in which you want it. We're simply going to take what you put on that piece of paper as you fill it out, and we're going to go ahead and print it as you receive it on stage for graduation. This diploma plaque is also new. This is now the 3rd year that we've done this. It is a custom piece, and it is a replica of your diploma at Carmel High School. This is fairly new, and each year we get a ton of questions from parents, so I'm going to be proactive this year. And with that, when you turn your orders in next week, the only thing you simply need to do is check the box and order it. It doesn't need to be paid for till later, as this, again, will be collected at time of delivery. But because it is a custom piece, we will run it at the exact same time that we run your actual diploma here at Carmel High School. So if you would like it, you want to make sure mom and dad get that ordered as well. If you forget everything in this meeting this morning, I know you guys are all sitting in class, you're going to need to know this. So next week, as they do this every year, this is the largest high school in Indiana, and to facilitate it, this image you see, this is similar to what it's going to look like. The only difference is we're going to have about 12 to 14 people here to facilitate a class of this size. And with that, it's going to be pretty much throughout 2 full days as you guys are on block schedule. And on Tuesday, October 29th, that will be the first day that we're going to be here, and they will release you by class. So they're going to organize this so that every senior will have an opportunity to come down and make sure they have their gowns measured and orders turned in. And that day on Tuesday, a week from today, is going to be from 7:50 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. And then Wednesday, October 30th, we will be back on the next day as well till 3:05. If your parents would also like to come in, which a lot will, we will be here on the first day on Tuesday, right after school till that 6:30 p.m. time frame. So those are going to be 2 really, really important days for seniors here at Carmel High School. If you have any questions, you'll certainly feel free to call our office. More importantly, The front office and Karen Hayes will have extra packets. If you need one or you don't get one in SRT or your English class, you'll be able to get one in student services. As far as the back end, there's going to be some additional dates that you're also going to need to know. As you plan for graduation here at Carmel High School, on the back end of this, we have set up a date very specifically, and that's going to be Thursday, April 23rd. So it'll be done a little differently than what we've done it in the past. In the past, we've delivered the announcements earlier and then the cap and gown a little bit later. So this year, we're going to do both. So on that day, all seniors for the class of 2020 here at Carmel High School, you're going to receive not only your graduation announcements and everything that's personalized, but also your caps and gowns on that day. And we'll be set up from 7:30 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. all day long as seniors will be coming down to pick up all of their products. And then the most important date, and this will be the last time you as a class will be together, will be on Sunday, May 31st at 2 p.m. So again, as your parents plan for the event and everything leading up to, they're going to want to make sure they've got that date on their calendar. As you share the news, each year we do this, and just like a formal wedding announcement, you'll be sending out a lot of information to family and friends, and as you do that, you will see you're going to have your official announcement, and each year it changes. It'll have your school's custom crest on it. More importantly, it'll have all the time, date, and material printed on the inside along with the information. You'll see all of that personalized for Carmel High School. Your mascot, of course, will be included, and then there's actually what it is, and it will be printed in ivory paper, so it is formal. It'll also include 2 matching envelopes like a wedding invitation would, and with that, your custom announcement for this year will be $1 each. So it is engraved stationary with your school crest in 2-color, and again, it will include 2 matching envelopes with it. So who do you send them to? Mom and Dad are going to have a pretty good idea of this. There'll be some seniors that maybe wonder, what do I need to do next? So with that, there's really 4 groups of people as you guys start to plan for your graduation that you're going to want to think about. Number 1, family and relatives. Number 2, friends. And number 3, social circles. And as seniors here at Carmel are busy in a lot of things, whether it be sports, band, music, there's a lot of things you guys are involved in. So it could be also related things outside the school, and then for all you seniors working, and certainly people your parents work with, business circles. It's going to vary for all of the families at Carmel High School, anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 to sometimes 60, 70, 80, but it's going to be different. So make sure when you take this packet home and information home, you guys have a pretty good understanding of how many you want to send out and who you want to send them to. They will, again, they're going to have everything printed with your name on it. You'll see David J. Montgomery right here, formally printed on their announcement. So again, make sure when you're filling that information out that you've got everything personalized the way that you and your parents are going to want to have it personally printed. For seniors, we know they love pictures of themselves, and with that, there'll be a lot of opportunities to create and design your own custom photo images. For those of you having an open house or graduation party, you're going to see a lot of unique ways to do so. And there is a website. You'll see it in the catalog. It's on the bottom there, hjgradshop.com. That'll be separate. That'll be something you do online, and that's only for the photo piece itself. But for those seniors wanting to personalize it, you can certainly do it. Along with the other invitations and thank you notes, you're going to see all this information in the catalog as you take that home and go through it. A lot of stuff for mom and dad, and also a lot of stuff for the seniors. And a lot of the new items this year, you're going to see several. The beanie being one of the more popular, and then you've also got the blanket, which was behind me when we started, and then the sweatshirt and t-shirt, and also the tumbler and mug. The tassels will be in school color and your blue and gold. With your year date 2020, you guys can put those in your car, truck, whatever it is you're driving here to school. So 12 products that will be delivered on order day. So as you seniors turn everything in next week, we are going to pre-deliver a lot of this stuff next week. We'll have a bunch of stuff in the table out by the Dale Graham Auditorium where you guys will actually be doing all this. The senior jewelry, it is personalized, it is custom. Again, it will be in school colors. So if you're doing any of the traditional senior jewelry, it's going to be in school colors in the blue and gold. You do get a choice of silver or gold, and a lot of it, again, some of these items, these will more than likely come later as they are going to be personalized for the seniors here at Carmel. Your tassels, again, they will be in school color. There's a souvenir tassel on the left, a mega tassel, the bigger one in the middle, and then the pink tassel, as it is breast cancer awareness and it is October. We are a big supporter of Susan G. Komen. So if you would like, we will have those as well next week. When you turn your orders in, you'll receive them. All this product, you do want to make sure you let us know sizes. If you're like me, I'm 6'9". We do have up to 2 and 3X for those bigger guys out there. And again, in all of the different products, you'll see you're also going to again receive that day. The order form itself, this is what you're all going to be turning in next week. Everybody will receive one of these. Everybody's going to need one of these. And again, there's a lot of information that's going to need to get filled out on that form. I'm going to start with the very top of it. And on the very top, it's going to ask for the school name. Now, this is important because everything is personalized for the school and more importantly for you. So Carmel High School, we definitely need that. We want your gowns the right color. We want your announcements to be correct and diploma. The name. On that sheet, it asks for your formal name. So when you do that, again, in this case, you see Cameron Seth Johnson. It doesn't give you a lot of room here in the middle. So with that, if you need to use all of this space right here, feel free to do so. Just make sure you give us and let us know where the breaks in your name are. So if you've got two middle names, again, you want to make sure you include it. The bottom line is, seniors, in your best penmanship, we're going to ask you to do this in blue or black ink, as the bottom copy will be your receipt when you receive it. Address, we're going to send a lot of follow-up information. Your parents are going to receive some additional information as well, letting them know exactly when we'll be back, and more importantly, if there are any balance due, they're going to receive it also. As far as your cell number or parent cell number, if we have a question, if there's something that gets missed next week, as we're going to be working with almost 1,300 seniors, inevitably something gets forgotten or missed. So with that, we're going to need a good way to contact you and let you know what needs to still get done. And then the last thing is going to be email. Again, another way that we can follow up with you if we have any questions. And then finally, our office address and number are on here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. That will be on your form. And then with that, you will all receive an individual order number. So if you have any questions or if you are making any payments, you're going to also want to keep that receipt that you receive next week with that order number. Obviously, a lot of choices. Graduation, as I had said earlier, next to getting married, one of the biggest, most important social events of your lifetime. 8,000 people will be there on that day on May 31st. And as you start to decide what it is you do want and your parents are going to order, you'll see different packages to choose from. You just want to make sure you understand how many announcements you need, as each of them will have a different number. One thing we've done, this is the second year now that we've done it, with a lot of feedback from seniors, is create a special package just for Carmel based on what students here at Carmel have ordered. And with that Greyhounds package, you'll see, and this is in everybody's packet, it will include a free 25 announcements for the parents. It will also include your cap and gown. And then on the bottom, it allows the seniors to pick and choose. All of you have different tastes, so with that, you're going to be allowed to pick and choose what you want. So that was the number one thing for the seniors requested last year, was more choice. So we did that. So those 9 items you see on the bottom in blue, you can pick and choose any 5 of those, and they're all inclusive, as it is heavily discounted with 25 free announcements and 35 in savings on top. All you need to do is simply fill your name out on that sheet and simply fill out this top part, and you pretty much have everything that you would need to graduate. If you would like additional announcements, and 25 is not enough, you can add more if you need 20 or 30. In this case, they've ordered 50. They are $1 each next week as you turn your orders in. And with that, down below, the other piece is the diploma plaque. So on line 10, you're going to see that diploma plaque. If you are going to get it, you do want to make sure you check the box, as that is a one-time only deal. They do run it when they run your actual diploma. And cap and gown. I want to talk specifically about this. And for guys and girls, as these gowns are fitted, not quite a tux or a prom dress, but they are definitely going to be fitted for each individual, we're going to need some specific information. And the first thing we're going to need is your height. Now, ladies, I will tell you, you want to think about what it is you're going to wear on graduation day. If you are going to wear heels, make sure you're wearing something comfortable. You want your day to be memorable. You just don't want it to be so memorable that you end up going down in front of 8,000 people. That said, I would add 1 inch to 1.5 inches onto your height if you are going to wear heels. The bottom line is, think about it before you put pen to paper. Guys, your normal height will apply. As far as weight goes, these gowns are definitely fitted. They are a choir robe in essence. They will have your school crest embroidered on them. So we do need specific weight. And if you're off 5 or 10 pounds, seniors, that is not going to be an issue. If you're off 30 or 40 pounds, that is where we run into some problems. So again, we do need specific weight as we're going to do this. And then the last thing, that we're going to need is going to be capsized. And I'm going to have one of your fellow seniors come on out here for a minute, as we will be sizing each of you next week. And there is one of these in your packet, so all of you will have it. If you'll face me here straight away, I'm just going to take this about a ½ inch above his ear. And then in this case, he is now 7 3/4, so he'll be able to put that on his form. And for you seniors, again, if you've got questions about it, we're going to be able to do that for you as well. So those 3 things we are definitely going to need, as all of these gowns are going to be made for every senior in this class of 2020. There are a lot of different combinations. You're going to see an 8-page flyer. It is in your packet. It has all the information about Carmel High School, and with that it has all of the pricing as well. And you will see 3 choices. So for the combos, again, popular items for seniors last year and the new items for this year. And in Combo C, you're going to see everything that you see on the screen, and with 2 free items, the shirt and the lanyard also included in that. Combo B is going to have a few less items taken out, as you can see it on the screen. And then finally, Combo A, going to take out 1 more item. So those are some options, and certainly popular ones last year for the seniors. And with payment, this is also important. As you seniors don't receive everything till next spring, we simply need a deposit for $90. If you would like to pay in full, you certainly can. That is up to you and your parents, but the reality is you can make payments over the next 6 months. And as you do that, you do want to make sure you make checks or money order out to Herff Jones and not Carmel High School. So again, $90 deposit or payment in full, again, depending on what you and your parents choose. And finally, senior ring. So for a lot of you seniors, some of them have rings already. Some of you and several of you also have state rings, as well as some national championship rings out there and for the bands. And with that, this for senior rings is kind of the last time that you will have an opportunity to order it. And on the back of your Greyhounds package, you'll see information specifically pertaining to Carmel High School and your senior ring. If you are going to order it, it is a senior special, and we'll deliver it in 6 weeks. So you'll have it quite a bit quicker than normal. And the only thing, again, you would need to bring is a deposit for $70 specifically for that senior ring. And that information, again, is all in your packet. Finally, before we get to this day, and that is your graduation day, seniors, Sunday, May 31st, 2:00 p.m., we got some things that need to happen. First and foremost, make sure you take these catalogs home. As you sit down with your parents and go over it, again, it's going to be important. This is the last image that you'll see, and this is certainly a lasting image, but before we look like this, we need to make sure that we're here next week to get it all done. So Tuesday, October 29th, 7:50 to 6:30, and Wednesday, October 30th, 7:50 a.m. to 3:05. We will be here again to help facilitate, answer questions, and ensure that everything gets done correctly. Finally, I want to thank the seniors, Carmel High School. Wish you guys a great rest of your year. And for the football team, good luck next week. Thanks, Carmel, class of 2020. Have a great week. We'll see everybody next Tuesday.